there, it's Nick back from Nick's News and Reviews, and today we're going to be having a look at Daley Thompson's Decathlon on the ZX Spectrum, published by Owens Software in 1984, written by Paul Owens and Christian Urquhart. Now, Daley Thompson was big business, very popular back in the 80s, having won the gold medal in the Olympics in 1980 and 1984, and desperate to cash into that success. The game was produced based largely on Konami's Track and Field, the coin-operated arcade game. And yeah, let's see what they come up with. Yeah.
And we're loading. Daley Thompson Decathlon also come out on the Commodore 64 and the Amstrad CPC. The ZX Spectrum version, cassette, of course. On side 1, you had day 1's events, 5 of them. Day 2, the second day's events, of course. There's Daley Thompson running down the bottom there. Looks more like Steve Cram, to be honest. Doesn't look much like Daley Thompson. But good, so let's put in some sort of name. Then we'll be off. But 10 events make up the decathlon. Day 1 is the 100 metres, long jump, shot put, high jump, and the 400 metres. We have 3 lives. We have a qualifying time or distance to make each time. Each time we don't make it, we lose a life. So it's 100 metres, qualifying time 30.5 seconds. It's all about mashing the buttons. Here we go. Now, I haven't got a joystick, so this is a lesson in arthritis and repetitive strain injury. But, 11.42. My fingers are hurting already. Daley Thompson's PB was 10.26. The world record at the moment is Usain Bolt, 9.58 seconds, the speedy Jamaican. But 11.42, not going to break any records, but it gets us through to the next round, to the long jump. Each event is similar in style, so we're mashing the buttons again. And when we hit the long jump, we hit fire button. We've got to get to as close as 45 degrees as you possibly can. Right, we're off. Oh, took it off a bit early then, but got 45. Speed went down a bit. And we've got to get over 6.5 metres. Daley Thompson's personal best was 8 metres 11. 5:31 is not going to raise any eyebrows. And the world record is 8.95 at the moment by Mike Powell from the USA. Got a bit more speed. Come on. Right, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. See our score across the top there? 7390. That's not in relation to how the normal decathlon scores. So it's not in relation to points there. But we've got the qualifying distance. So you couldn't compare that directly to real life decathlon. We can only play day 1 separately from day 2, so the scores don't follow on. Which is most of the game. Here comes Daley. I don't want to start a racism issue here, but in every event, Daley Thompson is white. Yes, I think we'll leave that there. When the game was produced in 1984, there was no such thing as political correctness, but obviously they must have thought that white colour goes better with the background. Shot put, the third event. Now, this is a bit odd, because I don't recall any time or any shot putters that have the shot put and they actually run along with it. I think they spin round and fire it, don't they? But no one runs along with a shot put like this, because it's too heavy. Stop it, got to get 45 degrees. We managed to get 43, and to qualify, we need 15 metres 50. We've got 18.41. Daley Thompson's personal best was only 16 metres 10, so that was good. So we've already beaten his personal best by 2 clear metres. I don't think the writers looked at these personal bests before doing this. The world record is by Randy Barnes of the USA, 23 metres 12 at time of recording. Look, again we smashed Daley's personal best. The crowd there, you might be able to see Minor Willie from Manic Miner there. So obviously he got a ticket to the crowd. That wasn't by Ocean, I don't think. That was by Bug Bite. So I'm sure it's coincidental that he's there. Crowd go mad. Yeah, qualified on all 3 throws. That wasn't so bad. Now, high jump. I have a series of jumps gradually getting up to the qualifying standard. So this event lasts the longest on day 1. So to qualify we're on 225. I'm going to start on a modest 215. 3 failures and then we're out. But the running is done automatically on this one. So it's all a question of pressing the fire button at the right point. That's it. So fire button gets up in the air. Fire button as well decreases the angle once we're there. So 215. done quite easily. Now 2:25 is quite a hard qualifying event for Daley Thompson in real life, because his personal best was only 2 metres 14, and we're already on 2 metres 20. He's over, I think. Yep, done. Very good. Nice. That crash mat hasn't got much give, but better than hitting the ground. As a comparison, the world record at the moment is by Javier Sotomayor, or Javier, from Cuba. He's got that at 2 metres 45. That's taller than the room I'm actually recording in. But I like watching Sotomayor. Don't know if you ever saw any of his jumps. He always had these, or quite often had these socks right up to his knees. Quite entertaining fellow. So we've got the qualifying there, 2:25. Let's just see how far we can go. I don't think we're going to get close to Sotomayor's. 2 metres 30. Oh, a bit further away there. He's over. 2 metres 30. What are you worried about? So we're now 16 centimetres higher than Daley Thompson ever jumped over. Well, we're 21 centimetres now. No fouls so far. The records are all me. N. Yeah, so a quick jab on the fire button jumps him up in the air. Once he's at his highest point, you hit the fire button again, and it gradually makes him come down. So it's a bit of a timing thing, this. But compared to the other events, this one always takes the longest. On day 2, it's pole vault that tends to take up most of the time. He's over again, I think. Good. No worries. Is the world record in threat here of 2:45? I doubt it. But yeah, notice, I wish the running was automatic on the 100 metres, because Daley Thompson here runs quicker for a high jump than he does on the 100 metres. A bit far away there. Oh, he just clipped it with his foot. So that's our first failure at 2:37. You see there is a white marker on the top left. Come on, Daley. Concentrate. You're getting good points here. He's over. Well done. Good. Yeah, so Daley Thompson's main contender was Jürgen Hinkson. And he's always trying to wind him up, Daley was. It's a great success. Jürgen Hinkson isn't mentioned in this. They've just got the licence for Daley. I'm not sure what his opinions were on this, of him being white all the way through. It might have been corrected on a future one, Daley Thompson's Super Test, where they quickly thought of some other sports he could do to try and cash in even further. I think ski jump was on there, and football penalties, so that was getting a bit desperate at that point. So 2 metres 39. Oh dear, what happened there? Daley Thompson, that's success, is it? Oh, so apparently in high jump, you can jump underneath it, and as long as you make it to the crash mat without hitting the pole off, that counts as a victory. I think the judges might be on to us soon. How many times can we do that? In theory then, we should be able to get the high jump record up to about, well, a kilometre. Yep, it's a glitch. We found a glitch. 2 metres 40. Didn't knock the pole over, so that's good enough. The crowd are convinced. They're going crazy. That's just madness. How high could this go? If we keep doing it, I won't take it up to a kilometre 1 centimetre at a time, because oops, too busy talking there. We won't go up to 1 kilometre high 1 centimetre at a time, because that might be a little bit tedious to say the least. But yeah, we're only 4 centimetres under Sotomayor's world record. Yeah, I'm sure Sotomayor, if we do beat his record, he'll be phoning up and saying, look, can you watch the footage again? I don't think he went over the bar. No one seemed to notice, but I did, with my big socks on. Here comes Daley. He's got a very even running style there. His head's not moving up. Oh, he's taken off a bit early there, Daley. Ooh, now that's got to have hurt. Right on the tarmac. Took off about 20 metres too early. Now this event on Keys really is a recipe for repetitive strain injury or arthritis in later life. Oh, this is going to hurt me. Didn't get the best of starts. So to qualify, we've got to get 42 seconds for the 400 metres. That's a bit sharp. I mean, Daley Thompson's personal best on this event, oh dear, bear with me, is 46.86 seconds, and I pounded in the keys. And the world record by Michael Johnson is only 43.18 seconds. So to qualify, we've got to beat the world record by 1.18 seconds. I don't think the research has been done. And at this time, it's probably higher than that, the world record, because Michael Johnson, that was only fairly recently in historic times. 40.44, so that beats Daley Thompson's personal best by 6 seconds, and beats the world record by almost 3 seconds. Yeah, Michael Johnson watching that, we just beat your record, Daley Thompson, of the decathlon. Right, it's our victory here, our victory music on the podium. I don't know why he's on the podium after day 1, but yes, normally after this point it goes back to the beginning again, 100 metres with slightly higher times, or lesser times to do, long jump, but through the magic of editing, I think we'll zip across straight onto day 2. Written by Paul Owens and Christian Urquhart, says at the bottom. Right, did you notice the join? No, good. Right, straight onto the 110 metre hurdles, and I find this event the trickiest, because you've got to hit the keys as quick as you can, and in time hit the fire button to get over the hurdles. Now, the quicker you're going, the longer you jump. Got over that one okay. Got over that one okay. Right, that's 3 done. Right, bashed into that one. Bashed into the next hurdle. We've got to get 14.5 seconds, bashed into that. Oh, he's having a nightmare. Daley's personal best in real life is 14.04 seconds. Come on, Daley. Come on. 14.04. He's done it. Well, he knocked over about 4 hurdles there. That's an estimate. We won't count in. And he's beaten his personal best for about half a second. World record by Aries Merritt of 12.8 seconds. A bit off that. Okay, on to the pole vault. We've got to get over 4 metres 40. Much like the high jump, we're starting off at a lower level. That's the pole in front of him. Hit fire button there. Fire button to release when he's at his highest. So there we go. 4 metres done quite easily. Daley's personal best at this event was 5 metres 25. So this shouldn't be too much of a problem. The world record, of course, is the great Sergei Bubka of the Ukraine. 6 metres 14. Now, Sergei Bubka only ever beat the world record at 1 centimetre at a time, because he was on a bonus every time he did it. He'd get a payout, so he beat it by 1 centimetre. So the next event he beat it by another centimetre, so he'd get the payout each time. That's business. So I don't know how high he could have gone. What we're on, 420 easily done to 430. The running of this one, like the high jump, is done automatically. But yeah, he's holding that pole very level, isn't he? Almost horizontally. I expect there was no other way to program it on the ZX Spectrum. Looking good, Daley. He shows off after everything, doesn't he? 4 metres 40. Right, this is the qualifying. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for the great man, Daley Thompson. I think after his athletics career was over, I think he had a brief dabbling with touring cars or sports cars in some form. Not sure if that was covered in a computer game. They probably was going to concentrate on people like Nigel Mansell and Ayrton Senna instead. Oh, it's a bit far away. Oh, he's done it. Well done, Daley. Never doubted you. So 10 events in the decathlon. The women do the heptathlon, of course. I don't think a game's ever been done of heptathlon. Might be wrong there. Correct me if I am. Always like to be corrected if I'm giving duff information. 4 metres 70. But I think this is one of Daley Thompson's favourite events of the decathlon, the pole vault, because he also entered championships solely as the event. But it must be a tough game, mustn't it, trying to be good at 10 different events. I know most decathletes, the event they hated the most was the 1500 metres. Because obviously to do the throwing events, you need a bit of strength, to do a bit of muscle work, obviously you gain weight there. And to take that around the track for 1500 metres, that's one they could do without. Heptathletes, the women, they did 800 metres instead. But, still quite tiring. 2 laps of the track, obviously have to run it a bit faster than 1500 metres. So 5 metres, we've qualified long, long ago. As I mentioned, that score across the top doesn't relate to any decathlon points. It's a bit of a shame. I'm sure they could have worked that out. And some of the qualifying times and records are a bit askew to the World Life events, which they could have had a look at that as well. But yeah, 1984, this was one of the best-selling computer games on the Spectrum and any format. I've never seen it on the Commodore 64, so I don't know if Daley was right on that as well. Commodore 64 could handle colour a bit better than this Spectrum. Mixes of colours, that was. Not sure about the Amstrad CPC. Also, I played the game that this was loosely based on, Konami's Track and Field, an arcade game. Always next to Asteroids, in the place I played it. Yeah, 2 great games, 2 classics. But this one was by Ocean, of course. On home computers, I think it's the start of many games who use bashing keys in various events as Hyper Sports, Summer Games. And this was carried across onto other platforms as well, but destroyed many a joystick, waggling them left and... Well, that's a bit far, Daley. Yep, he's knocked it down. Destroyed many a joystick to waggle them backward and forward as quickly as you can to get the speed up. But the joystick manufacturers loved it when these games come out. The amount of kids going around and breaking them and getting replacements. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend... I mean, pole vault isn't too bad. But I wouldn't recommend doing this on keys, because my fingers are hurting a little bit. On day 1, because it keeps going round and round with quicker times, at 400 metres, I couldn't take much of that. It'd be a day off work. 3 fouls and you're out. But we qualified anyway, we've got up to 5 metres and 3. Now, on to the Discus. Daley's personal best, for comparison reasons, was 49 metres 10, and to qualify, we need 50 metres. So we're spinning round, speed down automatically, we've got to stop it at the front, hit 45 degrees. We've got to 34. Will we get over 50 metres on this? Yep. So we've qualified. Crowd a bit further away this time. Yeah, but this event looks a bit different. But essentially the premise is the same. Stop it in the right area. Oops. Didn't stop it enough, so that's a foul. Don't want to release it into the cage, of course, so that'll also be a foul. We need to get it out the front exit there. World record, 74 metres and 8 centimetres by Jürgen Schmidt of Germany. Or Schutt, not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, look at that, that's a big throw, 67.98. Short of the world record. Yeah, so throwing events, run events. Another running event here, the Javelin. Well, not running, throwing I should say. The Javelin. Daley's PB, 65.38. They've set us a qualifying of 60 metres. Come on, Daley, here he comes. Hit the fire button there at the line. 45 degrees. Well, close. 50 metres. 50 degrees. We never had the top speed and the top angle. I think the Javelin actually goes out of the screen. But it certainly won't be happening with me controlling it on keys, I can tell you that much. World record, quite recently, Jan Zalesny. 98 metres 48. That's the problem with Javelin. They're gradually throwing it further and further. So every so often, they have to change the Javelin's weight, move the weight nearer the end of it to try and prevent them from throwing it out the stadium or even into the crowd, which would really ruin your day. You come to watch the athletics and get a Javelin in your eye socket. You definitely wouldn't go a second time anyway. 60 metres, so we've easily done that to 75.5. So 83 was the furthest we threw. The first one. There we go. Keep fingers a bit hurting. Stop it at the right point. If I go over that bit before the line there, Daley. If I go over the line, it's a foul. I don't think we're going to beat our best of 83.05, but should have all 3 throws over the 60, what they needed. Yeah, Daley Thompson Super Test. Some interesting sports on that. Cycling as well, shooting. So at some stage I'll put that up as well. But the gameplay is essentially the same. Right, 1500 metres. You'll be glad to know I don't have to keep thumping the buttons 1500 metres. With this you see we've got an energy bar. And speed, I've just got an up and down. So what we've got to do is get to the end and not run out of energy. So it's all about pacing it, really, this. Qualify 310 seconds. That's a bit of an odd thing. You'd think they'd go into minutes there. So what's 310 seconds? So that's about 5 minutes is 300. So that's 5 minutes 10 seconds we need to do. Should be okay. I think I used to beat that myself at school. I did 4 minutes 40. So if Daley doesn't beat that, then there's no hope for him. Daley Thompson's PB was 4 minutes 20. Yeah, should be able to beat that. World record 3 minutes 26 by Hakamel Garouge of Morocco. And that person is a machine. Not literally, because that would be illegal. But he runs like a machine. Okay, Daley. Bit of an odd athletics track. This. It looks like it's only got one lane, which makes it very boring for races, especially 100 meters. If there's only one lane, you pretty much know who's going to win. I wouldn't even go. So one lane track, risk of getting a javelin in your eye. Manic Minor Willies in the crowd. So yeah, so it's the 1984 Olympics, I presume, released in 1984. Daley Thompson there, looking a bit white. Good running action though, Daley. No hip movement at all, head's level. It's good use of energy. Which is showed in our energy bar there, so that's staying level. Let's dip into the purple, see what we risk that. Maybe we're going too slow. 1500 metres. Yes, I don't think I would have been very good at decathlon. I was good at the middle distance, 815, comparatively to my counterparts. But throwing, that's a disaster. I could barely throw the shot put out of the ring. Javelin, always remember it doing a somersault at school and landing about 5 metres away. Cross country is my thing. Right, we've got 100 metres to go. Maybe a sprint finish, Daley. Come on, it's the 10th event. It's the end of the decathlon. You've qualified in everything. You're there. 2:78. Well, I don't know what that is in time. I can't work it out quickly. 4 minutes something. Okay, and that's all 10 events of the decathlon. So celebrate this moment with me. He's on the podium. No one else has come second or third. They couldn't turn up. Yeah, so that's Daley Thompson Decathlon on the ZX Spectrum. Very enjoyable game. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.